In the scorching heart of Mongolia's Gobi Desert, where temperatures routinely soar past 110 degrees Fahrenheit, paleontologist Sarah Chen made a discovery that would challenge everything we thought we knew about prehistoric predators. As her brush delicately swept away 80 million years of accumulated sediment, something extraordinary emerged from beneath the ancient layers of stone. There, perfectly preserved in the fine-grained sandstone, lay a skull no larger than a human palm, its needle-sharp teeth glinting in the harsh desert sun. This wasn't just another fossil. It was a window into a world we never knew existed. The specimen, soon dubbed Shadow Hunter by the excavation team, presented a paradox that would send shockwaves through the scientific community. How could a predator this small possess features typically associated with apex hunters? Its skull, measuring barely 4 inches in length, displayed characteristics that shouldn't have existed in a creature of its size during the late Cretaceous period. The orbital sockets, disproportionately large for its skull size, suggested highly developed visual capabilities. The tooth arrangement, with serrated edges sharp enough to leave distinct cut marks on prey bones, indicated a sophisticated hunting strategy. As Chen and her team worked meticulously to uncover more of the skeleton, the mystery deepened. The fossilized remains revealed an intricate network of preserved soft tissue impressions, including what appeared to be evidence of both scales and protofeathers, a combination that raised countless questions about the creature's place in the evolutionary timeline. The preservation quality was exceptional, with even minute details of muscle attachment points and blood vessel pathways clearly visible in the surrounding matrix. What made this discovery particularly compelling was its location. The Gobi Desert, despite being one of the world's most extensively studied paleontological sites, had somehow kept this remarkable specimen hidden for millions of years. The fossil was found in a layer of sediment that told its own story, one of ancient riverbeds and lush forests that once dominated this now arid landscape. The environmental conditions that allowed for such perfect preservation were themselves a scientific goldmine, offering unprecedented insights into the late Cretaceous ecosystem. As the sun set on that first day of discovery, casting long shadows across the excavation site, the team began to realize they were dealing with something unprecedented. This wasn't just a new species. It was potentially a new category of predator that existed in the shadows of its larger, more famous cousins. The implications were staggering. Could there have been an entire ecosystem of specialized small predators that we've completely missed in our understanding of dinosaur evolution? The preservation of neural pathways in the skull suggested cognitive capabilities far beyond what scientists typically attribute to creatures of this size from this period. These findings hinted at a level of predatory sophistication that would force paleontologists to reconsider their assumptions about brain development in early theropods. What selective pressures had driven the evolution of such advanced features in a diminutive hunter? And more importantly, what other secrets might be hiding in the vast expanse of the Gobi Desert? As news of the discovery spread through the scientific community, researchers began to pose increasingly complex questions. How had this small predator managed to survive in an ecosystem dominated by much larger carnivores? What advantages did its unique combination of features provide? The answers to these questions would not only reshape our understanding of prehistoric life, but also challenge our assumptions about the diversity of hunting strategies in the ancient world. The late Cretaceous period, spanning from 100 million to 66 million years ago, was a time of extraordinary biological diversity. The shadow hunter inhabited a world that would seem alien to modern eyes, a landscape where towering conifers and primitive flowering plants created dense forests, and where the atmosphere contained significantly higher oxygen levels than today. This environmental context makes the discovery of such a specialized small predator even more remarkable, as it suggests the existence of complex ecological niches that scientists had previously overlooked. Analysis of the surrounding sedimentary layers revealed that the shadow hunter lived in an environment characterized by seasonal flooding and prolonged dry periods. The preservation of pollen grains and plant fossils in the same strata painted a picture of a dynamic ecosystem where dense vegetation provided ample hiding spots for a small, agile predator. This habitat reconstruction challenged the traditional view of late Cretaceous predators as primarily open-terrain hunters. The creature's most striking features began to tell a compelling story of adaptation. Its skeletal structure showed a unique combination of characteristics: lightweight, hollow bones typical of advanced theropods, but with reinforced joints that suggested exceptional agility. The arm bones, though small, showed attachment points for powerful muscles, indicating that this predator might have been capable of grasping and manipulating prey with remarkable precision. Microscopic analysis of the bone structure revealed growth patterns unlike anything previously documented in theropod dinosaurs, suggesting a metabolic rate that might have been closer to that of modern birds than to its contemporary relatives. What truly set the shadowhunter apart was its sensory capabilities. The exceptionally preserved skull revealed neural pathways that indicated highly developed optical and auditory processing centers. The inner ear structure, preserved in three-dimensional detail, suggested an acute sense of balance and spatial awareness. These adaptations painted a picture of a predator that hunted not through brute force, but through sophisticated sensory perception and precise movements. Further examination of the fossil site yielded additional specimens that appeared to be from the same species, including juvenile forms. This unprecedented collection of specimens from different growth stages allowed researchers to piece together the creature's life history. The growth pattern suggested that the shadowhunter reached maturity relatively quickly, possibly within 2 to 3 years, a striking contrast to the decade or more required for larger theropods to reach adulthood. The discovery challenged existing theories about predator-prey relationships in the late Cretaceous. Traditional models had focused on large predators and their equally substantial prey, but the shadowhunter suggested a completely different hunting strategy. Its size and adaptations indicated specialization for hunting smaller prey, possibly including early mammals, small reptiles, and juvenile dinosaurs. This revelation opened up new questions about the complexity of Cretaceous food webs and the diversity of hunting strategies that existed alongside the more familiar large predator paradigms. Environmental analysis of the fossil site revealed something even more intriguing: evidence of seasonal variations that would have required remarkable adaptability. How did such a small predator survive during periods of resource scarcity? The answer might lie in its apparent warm-bloodedness, suggested by the density of blood vessels preserved in the fossil. This physiological adaptation would have allowed it to remain active during cooler periods when cold-blooded prey would have been vulnerable. As researchers continued to analyze the fossils and their context, a picture emerged of an ecosystem far more complex than previously imagined. The shadowhunter represented not just a new species, but evidence of an entire ecological niche that had gone unnoticed in the fossil record. What other surprising adaptations might have existed in the shadows of the giants that dominated the Mesozoic landscape? And how many other such discoveries might still be waiting in the unexplored corners of the world's deserts and mountains? The publication of the shadowhunter findings in the prestigious journal Nature sparked an immediate and heated debate within the paleontological community. The initial skepticism was fierce and came from unexpected quarters. Professor James Henderson of Cambridge University, a leading authority on theropod evolution, publicly questioned the interpretation of the neural pathways, suggesting that post-mortem distortion might have created misleading impressions in the fossilized brain case. His challenge sparked a series of increasingly heated exchanges in academic journals and conferences. The controversy deepened when a competing research team from the University of Tokyo presented evidence suggesting that similar specimens had been discovered in Mongolia during the 1970s, but had been misclassified as juvenile forms of larger species. This revelation raised uncomfortable questions about confirmation bias in paleontology and the tendency to force new discoveries into existing taxonomic frameworks. The scientific community found itself grappling with the possibility that decades of research might have been influenced by preconceived notions about predator evolution. Digital reconstruction and analysis of the shadowhunter's skull became another battleground. 3 separate teams using different scanning technologies and reconstruction algorithms produced notably different interpretations of the creature's appearance and capabilities. The Beijing Institute of Vertebrate Paleontology suggested that the orbital sockets indicated primarily nocturnal hunting behavior, while researchers at the Max Planck Institute argued for crepuscular activity patterns based on their analysis of the same features. The disagreement highlighted the challenges of interpreting fossil evidence and the limitations of current technology. A significant breakthrough came when Dr. Sarah Chen's team employed a revolutionary new technique in fossil analysis, quantum-based imaging, that allowed unprecedented visualization of preserved organic compounds. The results were stunning. The images revealed traces of melanosomes, the cellular structures responsible for pigmentation, suggesting that the shadow hunter possessed a complex pattern of coloration that might have aided in camouflage. This evidence strengthened the case for its role as an ambush predator and supported the hypothesis of its sophisticated hunting strategy. The debate took an unexpected turn when genetic analysis of the preserved soft tissue yielded results that seemed to place the shadow hunter in an evolutionary position that bridged several previously distinct theropod lineages. This finding challenged the traditional phylogenetic trees that had been carefully constructed over decades of research. Some paleontologists argued that this indicated a need to completely revise our understanding of theropod evolution, while others insisted that the genetic data must be contaminated or misinterpreted. The controversy extended beyond purely scientific circles, when implications for the timing of the evolution of avian characteristics came into question. The shadow hunter's features suggested that certain bird-like adaptations had evolved much earlier than previously thought, and possibly multiple times in different lineages. This challenge not only established timelines, but also fundamental assumptions about the directionality of evolution in theropod dinosaurs. As research teams worldwide began re-examining their collections, several specimens previously classified as juveniles of larger species were reconsidered in light of the shadow hunter discovery. This led to the identification of potential related species in fossil collections from Argentina, Morocco, and China. Each new finding added layers of complexity to the debate and raised new questions about the diversity of small predatory dinosaurs and their roles in Mesozoic ecosystems. The academic disputes reached a climax when a comprehensive paper combining multiple lines of evidence, morphological, genetic, and environmental, was published in Science. The paper presented compelling evidence that the shadow hunter represented not just a new species but an entirely new family of theropod dinosaurs that had evolved specialized hunting strategies to exploit ecological niches previously thought to be occupied primarily by early mammals and small reptiles. This publication marked a turning point in the acceptance of the shadow hunter's unique place in evolutionary history. The implications of these findings extended far beyond paleontology. The shadow hunter case became a textbook example of how established scientific paradigms can blind researchers to alternative interpretations of evidence. It raised fundamental questions about scientific methodology. How many other revolutionary discoveries might have been overlooked because they didn't fit prevailing theories? What other assumptions about prehistoric life might need to be reconsidered in light of this discovery? The detailed reconstruction of the shadow hunter's hunting behavior and daily life emerged as one of the most fascinating aspects of this groundbreaking discovery. Advanced computer modeling, based on the exquisitely preserved skeletal structure, revealed a predator that moved with extraordinary precision and agility. Its estimated weight of only 15 pounds, combined with a body length of approximately 3 feet, allowed it to navigate dense undergrowth with ease while maintaining the strength necessary to subdue prey potentially as large as itself. Microscopic analysis of its tooth structure revealed patterns of wear that told a compelling story of its hunting tactics. The serrated edges showed evidence of both slicing and gripping actions, suggesting a hunting style that combined swift strikes with secure holds. Trace elements found in the fossilized teeth provided evidence of a varied diet, including small mammals, reptiles, and possibly even juvenile members of larger dinosaur species. This dietary flexibility might have been key to its survival in an ecosystem dominated by much larger predators. The shadow hunter's most remarkable adaptations became apparent through detailed examination of its sensory capabilities. The inner ear structure, preserved in exceptional detail, suggested an ability to detect low-frequency sounds that might have allowed it to track prey movements through dense vegetation. The neural pathways associated with its oversized eyes indicated not just exceptional night vision, but possibly the ability to detect ultraviolet light, a feature found in some modern predatory birds. This combination of sensory adaptations painted a picture of a highly specialized nocturnal hunter. Analysis of the preserved soft tissue impressions revealed something even more extraordinary, evidence of specialized sensory organs along its snout, similar to those found in modern crocodilians. These structures might have allowed the shadow hunter to detect minute vibrations in the air or water, giving it an additional advantage when hunting in low-light conditions. The preservation of skin impressions showed a complex pattern of scales interspersed with filamentous structures that might have served both sensory and insulative functions. Biomechanical studies of its leg structure indicated an ability to achieve burst speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, maintaining this velocity for short distances. More importantly, its turning radius at high speeds was calculated to be exceptionally tight, suggesting an ability to pursue agile prey through cluttered environments. The unique articulation of its ankle joints provided evidence of exceptional jumping capabilities, with estimated vertical leaps of up to 6 feet from a standing position. The creature's hunting strategy began to emerge through careful analysis of micro-wear patterns on its claws and teeth. Rather than relying on pack hunting like some of its larger relatives, the shadow hunter appeared to be a solitary ambush predator. Its attack pattern likely involved a combination of stealth and explosive speed, using its powerful legs to launch precisely targeted strikes at vulnerable prey. The arrangement of its finger bones and claw curvature suggested an ability to manipulate prey with surprising dexterity. Perhaps most intriguingly, studies of the brain case revealed highly developed optic lobes and cerebellum, suggesting sophisticated visual processing and motor control. This neural architecture indicated cognitive capabilities that might have included complex problem-solving abilities and advanced spatial awareness. The shadow hunter wasn't just a swift predator, it was potentially one of the most intelligent dinosaurs of its size class. Environmental analysis of the fossil site provided crucial context for understanding its hunting behavior. The preserved plant matter and sediment structures indicated a habitat characterized by dense undergrowth and periodic flooding. This environment would have provided perfect hunting grounds for a small, agile predator capable of navigating tight spaces and using cover effectively. The presence of burrow structures in the same sedimentary layers suggested that the shadow hunter might have been adapted to pursuing prey into underground dens, a hunting strategy previously unknown among theropod dinosaurs. The discovery of partially digested prey remains associated with one specimen offered direct evidence of its hunting success. The bones showed characteristic damage patterns that matched the shadow hunter's dental structure, and the diversity of prey species confirmed its adaptability as a predator. The preservation of seasonal growth rings in nearby plant fossils suggested that this predator remained active year-round, possibly adapting its hunting strategies to changing environmental conditions. As researchers pieced together the daily life of this remarkable creature, a picture emerged of a sophisticated predator that had evolved to exploit a specific ecological niche. Its success in this role raised fascinating questions about the diversity of hunting strategies that might have existed among dinosaurs. How many other specialized predators might have existed alongside the more familiar large carnivores? What other surprising adaptations might still be waiting to be discovered in the fossil record? The shadow hunter's discovery has fundamentally transformed our understanding of dinosaur evolution and prehistoric ecosystems. 5 years after the initial finding, the implications continue to ripple through the scientific community, challenging long-held assumptions and opening new avenues of research. The impact extends far beyond the identification of a single species. It has forced a complete reevaluation of how we study and interpret the fossil record of small predatory dinosaurs. One of the most significant developments has been the revolution in fossil detection and analysis techniques. The exceptional preservation of the shadow hunter specimens led to the development of new protocols for identifying and excavating small dinosaur fossils, resulting in a surge of discoveries worldwide. Research teams in Argentina, Morocco, and China have reported finding similar specimens, suggesting that small, specialized predators may have been much more common than previously thought throughout the Mesozoic era. The shadow hunter's unique combination of features has prompted a fundamental reassessment of the evolutionary timeline of certain dinosaur characteristics. The presence of advanced sensory capabilities and sophisticated neural architecture in a late Cretaceous species suggests that these traits evolved multiple times in different lineages, challenging the traditional linear model of dinosaur evolution. This realization has led to new theories about the development of intelligence and sensory adaptation in prehistoric predators. Advances in computer modeling, inspired by the need to understand the shadow hunter's hunting capabilities, have provided new tools for studying other prehistoric species. These models have been applied to previously known fossils, revealing previously overlooked adaptations and behaviors. The resulting insights have led to a cascade of reinterpretations of existing specimens, with several species being reclassified based on new understanding of predator evolution. The discovery has also highlighted the importance of microhabitats in dinosaur evolution. The shadow hunter's specialization for hunting in dense undergrowth suggests that prehistoric ecosystems were far more complex than previously imagined. This has led to increased focus on studying smaller-scale environmental features in fossil sites, rather than just broad geological formations. The resulting research has revealed evidence of complex ecological interactions that had gone unnoticed for decades. Perhaps most importantly, the shadow hunter has become a symbol of how much remains to be discovered about Earth's prehistoric past. Its existence raises tantalizing questions about other potential discoveries waiting to be made. How many other specialized predators might have existed? What other evolutionary innovations might have emerged and disappeared without leaving obvious traces in the fossil record? These questions continue to drive new research and exploration. The impact on public understanding of dinosaur evolution has been equally profound. The shadow hunter has captured public imagination, challenging the popular image of dinosaur predators as necessarily large and imposing. Educational programs worldwide have incorporated this discovery into their curricula, using it to illustrate the diversity of prehistoric life and the process of scientific discovery. Looking toward the future, the shadow hunter's legacy continues to evolve. New techniques in molecular paleontology, inspired by the preservation quality of the original specimens, are being developed to extract more information from previously studied fossils. These methods promise to reveal even more details about prehistoric life, potentially leading to further revolutionary discoveries. The mystery of the shadow hunter's ultimate fate remains a subject of intense study. Did its lineage contribute to the evolution of modern birds? Did some of its adaptations persist through the Great Extinction event that marked the end of the Cretaceous period? These questions drive ongoing research, reminding us that every answer we uncover leads to new and more intriguing questions. As we reflect on the significance of this remarkable discovery, we must acknowledge that the shadow hunter represents more than just a new species. It embodies the endless potential for discovery that lies hidden in Earth's ancient rocks. It stands as a testament to the importance of questioning established theories and remaining open to unexpected findings. What other revolutionary discoveries might be waiting in the unexplored corners of our planet, ready to reshape our understanding of life's ancient history once again?